In this video, I'm going to give you some formatting techniques in Adobe Illustrator for your book cover layout. So here we have an image of the author, and I think we can make this look a bit nicer. So let's create a rectangle over the image. And I'm going to give it a color so I can see it. And then if you can see in the corners, there are these little circles with the entire box selected. You can click and drag those to add a corner radius. And now you can select that rectangle and the image and go to Object, Clipping Mask, Make. That looks a little bit nicer. So oftentimes on the flap with the image, the author's image is usually near the top or in the top of the text. In this case, we've got more of a vertical format, so I'm going to create a text wrap around this image. So with the image selected, I'm going to go to Object, Text Wrap, Make, and now there is this text wrap, which we can actually modify if we go to Object, Text Wrap, Text Wrapped Options. And here, if you have the preview checked on, you can control how much wrap there is to it. And now I can readjust my text. Make sure there's not any overflowing text in the text box. And another thing you want to check is that there are no words on their own line. So for instance, this is an orphan or a widow word, this word literature. So we need to do a soft return, Shift Enter to get that on the next line so we do not have one word by itself. So with formatting these paragraphs of text, our initial thought might be to do a hard return between each of the paragraphs, but we can actually have more control over the spacing if we remove those hard return or double returns. And if we select all of the paragraph text, whether that's on the flap or the back, wherever it might be, and go to paragraph, and right here there is space after the paragraph, and you can manually adjust your space. So in this case, I don't really want the paragraph space to be quite the same since this article goes with that text. So you could do a soft return, Shift Enter, or you could manually change the paragraph spacing just for that selected text. Another way you can increase spacing between lines of text is to select some text. So this is kind of separate from its quote. And under character, you can increase the lettering height. And that helps improve the readability. Because now we read these quotes more as blocks, and there's a little bit of space between each of them. And this article or publisher is still related to its quote. So that was under paragraph and character, the leading, to fine tune that typography. So this text on this flap is pretty basic. And again, I want to remove those double hard returns, select all of the text, and under paragraph, adjust that spacing. And now I'm going to create a drop cap. So with my type tool, you can click, type in the first letter of the first paragraph, enlarge it some so it either fits to 2 of the lines or 3. And you can give that with the eyedropper, you can give it a color. I have a opacity set on that. And you can choose a different font style for that first letter. Just choose a font that fits the aesthetic and the tone of the design. So we could add a text wrap on this text letter, but depending on what that letter looks like, it might be kind of odd. So what I usually do for a drop cap is I will draw a rectangle and I will give it a fill of none. And then I will apply the text wrap by going to Object, text wrap make, and I will change the text wrap options. You can do that to just 0 offset. And that way the bounds are the box itself. And now with my black arrow, I can manually adjust. And then you're going to want to delete that first letter of the paragraph since we have manually typed it. And now you can decide how big that drop cap letter should be and where the text wrap should begin. So there's a nice space between. So that looks much more interesting. And try to fine tune some of the content. So for instance, The Awakening is the book title. We should really make that italics. If you have images that are overflowing, depending on whether you created your background in Photoshop or you're piecing it together in Illustrator, you might want to create some clipping masks with the panels that we created. So in layers, you might want to lock your artwork layer. You can even hide it. And under template, you could copy, Control C, and now lock your template layer. And on your artwork layer, do edit, paste in place. And as long as that is on the top of your content on that panel, you can mask all of the text, or you could just mask the image that's overflowing by selecting both the rectangle and the image and going to Object, Clipping Mask, Make. And now we're just fitting that to the panel. If while you're working on your full jacket layout and you need to see like the trim view of it, you can go to View, Trim View, and that will show you how much space you have around the type. Make sure you have a nice margin and some breathing room so the text is not too close to the edge. And then check where other elements are cropping off and make sure they're not too tight to an edge, that they're either bleeding off or look appropriate compositionally. Now I've quickly put this together so you can really see the panels still. But one thing you might consider is what is the flow of each of the panels in your design? In this case, I took some of the symbols and themes from the book, and so sewing was something that was mentioned in the book. So I have kind of a trail here. Also, the bird was another symbol, and the cage. So what are those symbols and ideas that you can bring into this cover design? And then another thing on the author, you might consider changing the color of the author's name so it stands out a little bit more, or maybe bolding it. And then if you need to get out of trim view, you can just go to View and uncheck trim view.